A beautiful afternoon in Lynchburg, Virginia for a women's lacrosse season opener for the University of Lynchburg Hornets and the Mary Washington Eagles. Welcome in high atop Schellenberger Field. I'm Anthony McAvoy riding solo with you today. And like I said, the season opener for the Hornets, but Mary Washington played last weekend falling to the number one team in the nation in Washington and Lee, falling in that game 17-10. For Lynchburg, like I said, the season opener and a lot of questions for this team. They're returning the top three players on the offensive side, only losing Alicia Sandoval and Kelsey Knock last year to graduation. And a lot of questions on the defensive side. Not sure where they're going, but confident in the cage with Emmy Yarmy. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these two teams by the numbers. We're going to look at the game last year, because they did play in a game last year. 17-7 was the final score. Mary Washington leading in shots with 26. Lynchburg with 20. Saves. Emmy Yarmy had 7, and Mary Washington leading in ground balls. Turnovers was tied. Now, beginning of the game, beginning of the season, let's go ahead and take a look at the starters. For Mary Washington, Riley Miller is going to start in the cage at goalie. Then you have number 4, Kayla Sarazen. Paige Haskins starts at attack. Rachel Marshner at midfield. Morgan Shorts at attack. Maya Levin at midfield, Jenna Bosserman at defense, Delaney Blottenberger at defense, Rebecca Pullen at midfield, Riley Cole at midfield, Abigail Vorsteeg at defense, and Samantha Stahoviak, had to make sure I pronounced that one right, and I have confirmation, will be starting in the midfield. The player to watch for today's game for Mary Washington, Paige Haskins. She scored 7 of the 10 goals for Mary Washington in that loss against Washington and Lee. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Lynchburg women's starters. Danielle Hook starts at attack. Corinne Lemaire starts at midfield. Kelsey Trevison also in attack. Allie O'Leary, a grad student, starts at defense. Leah Dumas, the midfielder, number 7. Madison Knight starts at defense. Micah Slacum also at defense. Carly Sandler at attack. Alla Daniel at midfield. Mason Witten at midfield. Aaron Gardner, the senior defensive leader, on defense. And Julia Broughton will start in the cage for the Hornets. The player to watch for the Hornets, of course, Kelsey Trevison. Last year had 50 goals, 23 assists, tied for the team lead in points with 73. Again, a lot of questions with this Lynchburg team. Not quite sure where to go. But I did talk to Erin Gardner the other day, and she said they're finally happy to start the season. They're ready to be playing someone else that isn't just themselves. Very excited to actually get into action is this Lynchburg team. The national anthem will be played. We will take a moment of silence. Welcome back after the playing of the national anthem. We're going to look at the coaches real quick. For Mary Washington, it'll be Caitlin Moore in her 7th season as a head coach overall. Actually, 7th season as the Mary Washington coach. She coached at Randolph-Macon for 3 years prior. But every year for the past 4 years, Mary Washington has been nationally ranked, has made the NCAA tournament, and finished in the top 15 every year. Again, right now, sitting at the 12th position nationally. For Lynchburg on the other side is Coach Bruce Reed. Last year led Lynchburg to its 11th straight 500 or better season. Not the plan exactly last year, as there were high hopes for the team, but won 4 of their last 5 games to battle into the ODAC tournament. Finished 9-7 in the regular season. Battled themselves into the ODAC tournament, losing in heartbreaking fashion after coming just short in a 12-11 loss to Shenandoah in the first round of the ODAC tournament. But now this team ready to finally hit the field. It'll be Danielle Hook and Kayla Sarazin. Senior against freshman for the opening face-off of the game. 30 minutes on the clock. And welcome to the 2020 Lynchburg Women's Lacrosse season. Hook took a fall there, and there was a foul on the play. This one tried to fit over to Trevison. Out of play, though, but Trevison able to just run it back in. She's now in the offensive third. Looking for a pass, cuts inside. It's a GLE right now. Takes a tumble, and there is a fall. So there will be a chance this early. Will Trevison get the first goal of the season for Lynchburg? She's going to rush in immediately. Coming into that play was Riley Cole. Hit the stick of Trevison, made her fall and drop it. And again, the free position chance. Trevison comes in, tries to take it herself. And again, for a third time, another foul. And Kelsey Trevison's going to get another free position shot. She gets it to Hook, who scores. Goal number 1 for number 1. 24 goals last year, and she starts with the first goal. Lynchburg takes a 1-0 lead under a minute into the game. Kelsey Trevison picks up the assist there. Hook scored. Now she goes into the middle of the field. And they're going to say that went off of Sarazin. But Lynchburg will get possession. This is Danielle Hook. Speaking with her in that season preview video that was put out on all social medias and YouTube for this women's lacrosse team, she was very happy with how cohesive this team was and how it's really a family and everybody. There's so much love between all of these girls. Very happy with what that's done on the offensive side for them. This is now Leah Dumas. This is Mason Witten. She takes it back behind the goal, trying to find someone to pass it to. Now a GLE wide open in front of the goal was Alla Daniel, the freshman, and she collects her first goal as a Hornet. Lynchburg quickly up 2-0. So quickly, Alla Daniel, under 2 minutes into her first appearance, she collects her first goal. Now back at center field, or midfield, for the face-off. Again, Hook and Sarazen. Like I said, senior versus freshman. Hook the senior, Sarazen the freshman. It's actually Paige Haskins. This is Allie O'Leary, the grad student from Salisbury, Maryland, coming up with the ball here. This is over to Corinne Lemaire. Lemaire loses it, but quickly just a tap over to Hook. Lynchburg quickly having 3 possessions go inside the Mary Washington defense. This is Hook still at X. Behind the goal, this is over. Fit that in to Carly Sandler, the senior, but Sandler couldn't handle it, and now Mary Washington on the move. This is Riley Cole past midfield, being covered by Mason Witten. And for the first time today, we see the Mary Washington offense. This is Sarazen. Over to Shorts. Shorts being covered by Gardner. It's the first time we'll see Julia Broughton potentially be tested, but Aaron Gardner almost got away with that cleanly. Still fouled. This will be Morgan Shorts, the junior from Oak Park, California, with the free position chance. This will be against Broughton, the freshman keeper. It goes right over the right shoulder. And Morgan Shorts makes this a 2-1 game. Under 27 minutes to go here in the first quarter, or first half, I should say. For Shorts, her second goal of the year. Starts the scoring for Mary Wash. This will be Haskins and Hook again. At midfield for the faceoff. Referee blows the whistle. Here we go. Back under play. Dumas guilty of an infraction there. Mary Washington possession. This is Haskins. Again, 7 goals in that game against number 1 Washington and Lee. This is Kennedy King trying to find space. Allie O'Leary working on her. This is back over to Morgan Shorts. King over to Stahoviak. Stahoviak, there it is. I'm going to get it by the time she gets it the next time. This is Shorts now. Back behind the goal is a big hit by Gardner on Haskins. Gardner looked like a linebacker out there, just laying some wood on an open field tackle. But Haskins now with a free position chance. Here she comes. Froughton did a great job taking off the angle, and that one went off the side of the goal. So now Broughton over to Slacum. Slakeum's going deep to the middle of the field towards Lemaire, but just over her head. And now this is Stahoviak. See, I told you I'd get it by the next time she got the ball. Stahoviak over to Bosserman. Bosserman now in the offensive third. Gives this over to Stahoviak. About to hit the 25-minute mark. This is over to Kennedy King. King going to try and make a move. And going to be a foul called here, which is going to give King a free position chance. She's going to go straight on against Broughton and scores easily. Ties the game at 2, does Kennedy King. And for King, that's her first goal of the season. .24:53 on the clock for that one. Kennedy King, the junior from Peters Township, Pennsylvania. As now we'll bring this one back to the middle of the field for a face-off. It'll be Danielle Hook again for Lynchburg, but Claire Madden, the freshman from Alexandria, Virginia, taking the face-off with her for Mary Washington. Back underway we go. There's a hold on Saracen. Allie O'Leary collects the ball. Not many places to go. Finds Corinne Lemaire open. And now Lynchburg back in the attacking half. This is over to Trevison. Trevison in the middle to Sandler. A great save. Not. Comes back out to Danielle Hook, who gets another shot in there. And another great save by the sophomore Riley Miller. Lynchburg keeps possession, though. This is Alla Daniel. Daniel makes a turn. Now goes behind the goal at X. This is over to Witten, who's trying to control it. It's going to go out. It was last touched by Lynchburg. Mary Walsh ball. A great sequence there for Riley Miller, making 2 great saves. One of them point blank by Danielle Hook. Riley Cole stepping out of bounds. We'll have to come back. Now can step back in to put it in play. This is Madden. Madden, like I said, the freshman from Alexandria, trying to find someone open. And just nobody being able to get there for her. Madden's going to have to make something up. This is over to Shorts. Shorts right now over at X. This is Stahoviak putting a shot on goal, but that goes over the goal. And Mary Washington will keep possession. Saracen Over to Kennedy King. King going to cut inside, take the shot. That off the mark as well. And it stays Mary Washington ball with 29 to go in the shot clock. The shot clock begins to run. And a great play on the defensive side by Aaron Gardner. Mary Washington collects the ball, though. This is Saracen. An inadvertent reset of the shot clock will be what stops the play. This is Shorts. Trying to find position to take the shot. She does. But it goes out of play. And now quickly, King being challenged by Dumas. And Dumas being behind King ends up committing the foul. King gonna come inside, goes over the top of Broughton, but it's not gonna count. It appears that King may have committed an infraction. LeMayer had her pass knocked down by Saracen in the midfield. This is now O'Leary. This is over to Gardner. Gardner trying to find pass was intended for Carly Hughes. This is now Carly Sandler. Sandler finding an open Trevisan, but bounced the pass, and that's a turnover for Lynchburg. Trevisan not able to collect it. This is Saracen over to Shorts, 1-2 and a save by Broughton. A perfect 1-2 connection for Mary Washington that Broughton stops in its tracks to keep this game knotted at 2. That was intended for Hughes. Bounced up, now in the stick of Paige Haskins. Haskins makes a move on Gardner. She's going to go one-on-one for the goal. And this will be another free position chance for the Eagles. Paige Haskins going to come in, takes the shot, goes to the bottom of the goal, uses the ground as an advantage. Mary Washington will take a 3-2 lead. A timeout called. 19.5 to go here in half number 1. Mary Washington up 3-2. We'll be right back here on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Welcome back here, 3-2, under 19 and a half minutes to go here in half number one. 3-2 the score after a Paige Haskins goal, her 8th tally of the season already. For Lynchburg, they started off fast, 2 goals in the first 2 minutes by Danielle Hook and Alla Daniel. Now Mary Washington has stormed back for the last 3 goals. Morgan Shorts, Kennedy King, and Paige Haskins, the 3 goal scorers here. And so now we're going to come back to a face-off between Danielle Hook and Kayla Sarazen. Sarazen, the freshman from Falmouth. Thinking that's Maine. I could be wrong. So Hook and Sarazen for the face-off. We're back to play. O'Leary battling for this one. Sarazen comes up with it. This is over to King. King trying to make a move on Dumas, but Dumas not giving her inside position. This is King cutting inside, but having to make a turn as Lemaire cut her off. And now King gets an opportunity for a free position chance. King takes off, and that is saved. Actually, it's not. It goes into the back of the goal. Kennedy King makes this one a 4-2 game for her. 2nd goal of the game and 2nd goal of the year. Under 19, 18:39 on the clock. So back to the middle we go. Hook and Sarazen will be matched up in the face-off circle. And we're back under play. O'Leary tried to hit that one to Lynchburg, but an infraction called, and Mary Washington now gets possession. This is Marshner collecting it back up over to Sarazen. Haskins over to King. King on Gardner. King still with possession. This is down to Tess Silburn. Silburn takes the shot and scores. Silburn makes this a 5-2 game, and for her, that's goal number 1 on the season. Five to 2 now becomes the score. Getting the face-off ready. The ref content with it. And Mary Washington's going to come up with it. Another face-off win for the Eagles. Saracen galloping down the field. Over Stahoviak scored, and it's going to be counted as a goal. Samantha Stahoviak with her first goal of the season. Makes this a 6-2 ball game. With 17 minutes, 28 seconds to go in half number 1. Mason Witten in the face-off circle now with Saracen. And Mary Washington gets another face-off. An early release called on Rachel Marshner. And now Mason Witten and Lynchburg will get an offensive chance. Witten goes behind the goal, now takes a GLE, going to find a pass to Leah Dumas up top. Dumas take the shot, but it's actually going to be a free position chance for Lynchburg. Dumas started to run, takes a step backwards, and now Lynchburg has to start the offense again, but Dumas with another foul that creates the free position chance. This time from behind the goal, so going to assume no shot's going to be taken. 60 seconds on the shot clock. Dumas gives this one to Trevison, who makes a turn. She's going to take the shot, and that's saved off the stick of Miller. But quickly, Lynchburg back on the offensive. That's Sandler over to Daniel, who gives it to Trevison. Trevison double-teamed by Marshner and Bosserman. Trevison still looking for somewhere to go with the ball, trying to hit a running Carly Hughes, who was cutting into an open space. And Mary Washington will, for the time being, get out of danger. As that was Grace Clark. Took the tumble after Kelsey Trevison was giving her some chase, and now Mary Washington again will restart things. This is Bosserman into the attacking third. Over to Stahoviak, to King. Over to Shorts. It's off the pass from Rebecca Pullen. And Leah Dumas collects this one. And now Lynchburg on a breakaway opportunity. Tried to find Trevison. She collects it, goes down low. And there will be a foul called that'll lead to a free position chance for Kelsey Trevison. Trevison straight on. That was a great job by Kylie Cole and Jennifer Bosterman to make that difficult on Trevison, but nevertheless still another free position chance. Trevison gonna have to get this one off quickly. She does. And Kelsey Trevison scores the third goal for Lynchburg. Her first of the season. Makes this one 6-3. As Lynchburg's offense looked much like it had in those first 2 or 3 minutes. And able to get a goal on there. Cutting into that Mary Washington lead. Mary Washington had scored 6 straight goals up to that point. A beautiful run that started with 26:49 to go in the first quarter. And now with 14:44 left in the first half, Lynchburg back on the scoreboard. This will be Witten and Saracen again. And that ball caught perfectly out of the air by Paige Haskins. Being the closest defender was O'Leary. This is now Daniel on Haskins. This is Shorts. 60 seconds left on the offensive opportunity for Mary Washington. This is Stahoviak in the middle. Perfect pass to Haskins. Can she get it? Yes, she can. Paige Haskins, goal number 9. "14 minutes to go." 7-3. Score, and there will be a Lynchburg timeout. And while the Hornets are taking a timeout, we're also going to take a timeout. Welcome back, 7-3. The score here, Mary Washington leading Lynchburg. Again, Mary Washington, the number 12 team in the nation. .14 even to go in the first half. Mason Witten in the face-off circle with Sarazen. This one going to be collected by Mary Washington. After 15 seconds of nobody having possession, Mary Washington wins the face-off in a clear turnover. Mason Witten now 3-on-3. Over to Trevison, the pass too high. She had a one-on-one opportunity with Riley Miller if she gets that pass. This is Corinne Lemaire. That pass trying to be collected by Hook. She does. Over to Daniel. That one high, too high for Lemaire. Turnover by Lynchburg, and now Mary Washington with possession. A little shove there by Trevison. And now Mary Washington in the offensive third. This is Pullen. Gonna make a move, get herself open for the shot, and scores! Rebecca Pullen, the sophomore. For her first goal of the season. Makes it 8-3. .12:31 to go in the first quarter. Witten and Sarazen again in the face-off circle. Up in the air. Can Lynchburg get it? Mary Washington collects another face-off. This is Cole. Over to Sarazen. Over to Severo. This is now King. King with 2 goals so far this afternoon. Over to Sarazen. This is over to Levin. Levin behind the goal at X. Over to Haskins. Haskins faked the pass to Levin. And now gives this one to Kennedy King. King for the hat trick. Will be awarded the free position chance. This is King. Saved by Broughton. And they'll get another opportunity. 12 shots for Mary Washington, 8 goals. King from a slightly different position. We'll try this one again, and that one's saved again off the crossbar. This is Cyburn. Over to Severo. Severo looking for a pass over to Saracen. Saracen being covered by O'Leary. Saracen goes down. Free position shot will be awarded. And a yellow card will be awarded. Allie O'Leary has to sit now 2 minutes in the penalty box. This will be Saracen, free position opportunity. Looking Broughton right in the eyes. So Lynchburg, again, will play a man down with O'Leary in the box. And the free position opportunity off the crossbar. That's actually off the side of the goal. And collected by Madison Knight on defense. This is Slacum trying to get that one to Gardner off the mark. Picked up by Daniel. This is now Dumas at midfield. Surrounded by Eagles. Flips it back to Trevison. 60 seconds on the shot clock. Trevison stays in play. Under 10.5 to go in half number one. Trevison dispossessed on the play. As this is now Stahoviak. Over to Shorts. Pass off the mark. This is going to give Knight an opportunity to make the play on it. Shorts will just pass out to Stahoviak. Over to Shorts. Back to Stahoviak, over to King. King putting on the spin cycle. Gets out of that one and gives it to Stahoviak with 40 seconds to go in the shot clock. Try to get that to Saracen. A turnover by Mary Washington. This is Leah Dumas. Dumas trying to find somewhere to go with the ball, but she'll keep it. 9 minutes to go in half number one. A push by Abigail Vorsteeg. This is Daniel now down to Witten, GLE. Witten takes it behind the goal to Dumas. A push. Actually, not a push. They're going to rule in the favor of Mary Washington. Now the 8.5 to go. They'll get an opportunity here. This is Bosserman. Ball will come back just ever so slightly. Now Haskins will get the offense started for Mary Washington. This is Pullen behind the goal. She was good for tally number 8. They got us this score, but now this is King. Big collision there as Lemaire awarded the yellow card. So now she will also have to sit out for 2 minutes as that check went to the head neck area of Kennedy King. Allie O'Leary, of course, is checked back in. Kennedy King for another opportunity at a first half hat trick. Can she get it here? She can. Going top shelf. Kennedy King makes this a 9-3 game. With under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Kennedy King's third goal of the game gives us a 9-3 score with 7:54 in half number one. This one picked up by Riley Cole. And a push right there on the check by Witten will stop play. Now this is my 11. And another check there by Trevison will stop this one. Cole comes off. Silburn comes on. Over Shorts. Under 60 seconds in the shot clock. This is Severo. Severo trying to go in the middle to Pullen, but a turnover, and now Aaron Gardner in transition over to Dumas. That pass hits the ground behind her. Shorts assessed with the foul. A non-engagement warning against Morgan Shorts. Clock reset was what stopped us for this one. 90 seconds now on the shot clock. 6:48 on the game clock, and Leah Dumas allowed to get us started again. Dumas pass over to Daniel. This is now over to Hook, who got us started scoring in the game. This is Lemaire in the middle. Lemaire goes low. Fantastic pass there by Hook as Corinne Lemaire scores her first goal of the season. It cuts into this lead to make it 9-4 with 6:23 to go in half number one. So a little bit of a gap in goals for Lynchburg, but now back in the scoring column. And can they put multiple goals together here before the end of the half? They have 6.5 to do it. Mason Witten and Sarazen in the circle again for this face-off. And Sarazen and Mary Washington will win the face-off. Aaron Gardner called for the infraction. She thought she'd gotten it cleanly. This is Syburn over to Stahoviak. Pullen over to Shorts. And a turnover almost. This is over to Cyburn. Swarmed by Hornets. Down at the goal, Pullen. Sarazen gives this to Stahoviak, who gives this one to King. Stahoviak now, 24 seconds to shoot. This is Haskins, and a save by Broughton. The score stays at 9-4, as this is Micah Slacum who gets it to Daniel. Daniel back to Slacum, who gives it to Allie O'Leary. O'Leary trying to find somewhere to go. She now has it to Mason Witten off the return to play. Witten behind the goal. This is over to Dumas. Dumas looking for someone to go to. She gets it to Daniel. Sorry, that was Sandler just a second ago. That's Dumas! And Mary Washington gets possession with Miller stopping that chance. This is Kylie Cole sprinting down the field, losing that one, and a turnover, Lynchburg ball. This is to Carly Sandler. This is Hook. This is Trevison. Trevison loses it. What a foul called. And Trevison gets us started back to Lemaire. Lemaire down low to Sandler, who scores with contact. Carly Sandler starting her senior season with the goal near the end of the half, makes it 9-5 Lynchburg. For Lynchburg, the first time they had gotten 2 goals back-to-back since the first 2 goals of the game, about a minute apart from each other. And now makes it a 4-goal game near halftime, and right now Lynchburg playing very well on the offensive and defensive side. Mason Witten will not be taking the face-off here. She'll get a little break as now Danielle Hook back in the face-off circle to face familiar foe, Kayla Sarazen, who's taken just about all of the face-offs for Mary Washington. This one won very easily by Danielle Hook. 3 minutes to go in half number 1. Lynchburg on the offensive attack with Mason Witten. Over to Lemaire, who gives it to Trevison. This is Carly Hughes to Daniel, around to Carly Sandler. Over to Hughes. Back to Trevison, who looks to Lemaire, who immediately gives it to Witten. Down now to Danielle Hook at X. This is Mason Witten, who bounced it, but a good save by Miller. Back to Witten. Over to Trevison, back to Lemaire. Lemaire with a little space to move, turns back, gives it to Trevison. Over to Witten. 2 minutes as Sandler is going to go again. That one again saved by Miller. Hook picks it up, and now Lynchburg has 60 seconds to work with under 2 minutes to go in half number 1. This is Daniel now back to Witten at X. Over to Sandler. Looked like she was trying to find the pass to Trevison, who was coming into the middle of the alley. Almost untouched. Several shots there from Lynchburg, but Riley Miller coming up big in the situation. Hook with the check, called for the foul. That one knocked down by Mason Witten off the pass from Marshner. Under a minute to go in half number 1. This is Haskins. Gardner not going to make it easy on her. And as I say that, she backs off. Haskins to King. 37. They could hold for last shot, but the scoreboard at their back. A push by Gardner that will send her to the penalty box for 2 minutes, which means Lynchburg will start a man down to start the second half. 30.5 seconds to go in half number 1. Looks like it'll be Kennedy King that gets us started. And we're back underway. King takes a tumble. O'Leary now with 20 seconds to go in the half. Under 15. Lynchburg could get final shot. 10 seconds to go in half number 1. This is Trevison going to take the shot and right into the stick of Riley Miller. And that will end half number 1. Mary Washington up 9-5 after a Lynchburg rally near the end of the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll see you in 2 minutes for the beginning of our halftime show on LHSN.
Hi, Mara Willis. How are you? Pretty good.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It doesn't matter how long ago you had your professor, they still remember you and they remember all of the hard work that you put in. They're always there for you, and they always want to do the best that they can to help you succeed. Here, you learn how to love one another regardless of what's going on or what you believe. You leave here better than what you came in. It's what the school's really good at doing.
Okay. We're good.
I don't know when
Welcome back here to Lynchburg, Virginia at Schellenberger Field. It is halftime in the season opener for Lynchburg women's lacrosse, 9-5, the score. Welcome back high atop Schellenberger Field. Again, I'm Anthony McAvoy riding solo with you today. And it started very well for Lynchburg. Started 2-0 very early within the first 2 minutes of the game. And then a big scoring session for Mary Washington, going 6 straight goals before Lynchburg was able to get back onto the score sheet. For Lynchburg, they then, within the last 10 minutes of that first half, dominated possession, dominated on the offensive side, several shots leading to several different goals, by the last one being by Carly Sandler. And just to make sure, are we ready with the numbers? Now we're going to go by the numbers for the first half. Had to give my director some time there. Lynchburg again, or Mary Washington leading in the score 9-5, also leading in shots 18-12. 6 saves for Riley Miller compared to 5 for freshman keeper Julia Broughton. Also ground balls, Lynchburg leading in that 12-9, and also in turnovers, Lynchburg leading 10-6 there. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the national scoreboard here on LHSN.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
This is taking a look at, you see the NCAA logo there. We're going to take a look at some of the scores around the country for Division III women's lacrosse. And the only 3 games that I am given, not including the one that we are currently playing, is Bridgewater versus Albright, Catholic Salisbury, and West Virginia Wesleyan and Western Pennsylvania. The NCAA website giving me no scores or times for any of those games either. So thank you, Division III website, for that little bit of information. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to look at the top players of the half for each team and then get you ready for the start of the second half. We'll be right back here on LHSN.
Ha ha! Look what you're missing!
It really don't matter to me, I'm just happy to be here, I might go crazy.
This is nope. This is.
Cool.
Here's to life and here's to Lynchburg, to the years we spent together. I don't know when or how we gathered, but I know I'm home.
Getting a little excited with the music being played here at Schellenberger Field. 9-4, 9-5. Not only the Dolly Parton song, but the score for this game at halftime. You're looking at Kennedy King, the player of the half for Mary Washington. 2 goals and almost a third in multiple different occasions. She's a big part of that offense and a big reason why the score is 9-5. Now we're going to take a look at the Lynchburg player of the half, and it's the lady that will go down in the history books with goal number 1 of the season, and that is number 1. Danielle Hook, 1 goal, 1 assist in that half. Like I said, she started the scoring, got us to 1-0, and then assisted, if I'm correct, on the Carly Sandler goal that got us to 9-5. .25 seconds to go on the halftime clock. Yellow cards, Ocean Avenue, blaring on the speakers. Everybody excited on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Lynchburg, Virginia. As I was telling the crew, perfect lacrosse weather. It's 55 degrees, a little bit of a wind, a little bit of chill. But other than that, a perfect day to start a season. And it's just nice to be back outside after covering basketball and volleyball and all those sports that are inside for what's felt like the last 2-3 months. It's nice to actually finally be back outside, back in the elements. Energizing. It's very big energy. You see now the new building that was opened at the beginning of the year, Westover Hall. Of course, if you didn't know, that replaced McWayne Hall, and a beautiful, beautiful building that now brings the atmosphere of McWayne back, with people be hanging out the windows and, you know, bringing couches on the track. Nobody on the track as much today, but everybody in the areas of Westover Hall where there's seats. It's nice. People on the balconies watching the game with the tables that have been provided by the university. Just overall a perfect Saturday, and it's a perfect sports Saturday if you're a college basketball fan. Kansas and Baylor played in what many referred to as the game of the years. Number 1 Baylor and number 3 Kansas over in the Big Ten. If you're a fight fan, UFC card starts at 4, and then Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury tonight for their second fight. But all eyes on Lynchburg right now. As we are underway here in the second half, Lynchburg down 4, and they got the ball to start the second half, much like they did to start the first half. This is Allie O'Leary, the graduate student who had 1 more year of eligibility, and she gets to use it here. O'Leary, a little flip over to Mason Witten. 60 seconds on the shot clock. Being covered by Vorsteeg. Witten getting past her, but immediately running into Bosserman. Witten still trying to find a place to go with the ball. Under 40 seconds in this possession. 30 on the shot clock. Witten still with the ball. Now a pass over to Kelsey Trevison that she's finally able to corral with 20 to go on the shot clock. Trevison looked like she's going to keep running, but puts on the brakes, and now Lemaire has it over to Dumas with 10 seconds to go in the opening shot clock. Behind the goal to Witten, 3 seconds to shoot, and Trevison does get the shot off before the shot clock is over. As Riley Miller with the save. 2 minutes have gone by here in half number 2, under 28 to go in regulation. This is King, who was our player of the first half for Mary Washington. Vorsteeg fed that one to Haskins, who cuts back and gets that one past Broughton. Paige Haskins, her second goal of the game, gets us going to a 10-5 score. For Mary Washington, just over 27 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Unassisted there, Paige Haskins did it herself. Danielle Hook waiting to see who her face-off partner will be. And just like much of the first half, it'll be Kayla Sarazin, who did a fantastic job winning most of the face-offs. Referee signals we're ready, and we are. That one into the pocket of Haskins. Haskins gonna take it and just kinda looks like she almost just put the stick in the net. And Haskins gets her hat trick. She now has 10 goals on the season. And the lead now up to 6 for the Eagles. 12 seconds between goals to open the half for Mary Washington. Hook and Sarazin meet in the middle again. Haskins has opened the second half with 2 straight goals. And Mary Washington has trying to win, which they do, their third straight face-off. This is Sarazin with Hook on her. Then runs in to Allie O'Leary. Sarazin over to Stahoviak. Stahoviak's pass off the mark for Shorts, but picked up by Pullen, who was right behind. Back to Stahoviak. Over to Kennedy King. Almost double team there by Dumas and O'Leary. And now this is Saravin. That's off the foot of Broughton. 19 shots for the Eagles of Mary Washington so far. With that save by Broughton, the shot clock resets back to 90 seconds. 10 seconds have gone off already. In the middle to Stahoviak, who had made a perfect run to get herself open. And a foul called there. By the way, Erin Gardner did finally get out of the penalty area. A dangerous propel puts Stahoviak in the penalty box, and now Lynchburg will play a man up. The action will start with Leah Dumas in the back to Gardner. Over to Lemaire, who gives this one to Hook. 60 seconds in the shot clock. Over to Lemaire, who gives it to Dumas. To Trevison, who drives in, but immediately triple team. The ball comes out. And Mason Witten comes up with it. Wasted 20 seconds off the Lynchburg shot clock, though. This is Lemaire. Back to Witten. Gives it to Trevison. Daniel to Dumas, who collects it. Over to Lemaire, who gives it to Witten, who's going to get the goal. Mason Witten just fit that in there. Makes it 11-6. Just under 25 to go. 24:49 to be exact. For Mason Witten, her first of the season. Brings the difference back to 12. I'm sorry, brings the difference back to 5. Witten gets the goal. Now Danielle Hook will get the face-off nod against Saracen. 11-6. The score, as that one will be won by Mary Washington. This is Saracen in the middle to Haskins. Still trying to work is Haskins, and finally has to give that one up to Cyburn. Cyburn over to Stahoviak. Stahoviak makes a turn. Goes top shelf into the left corner. And Stahoviak will not get credit for the goal. There was a hold on Lynchburg, and the goal happened after the whistle was blown. So Stahoviak have to do a little bit more work here. .24-12 to go in half number one, and Stahoviak gets the goal anyway. For Stahoviak, her second of the game, which is good enough for her second of the year. Makes it 12-6. On the free position goal. A timeout for Lynchburg. We're going to take a break with them. 12-6 the score for Mary Washington. We'll be right back on LHSN.
The thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it."
Welcome back. The number 12 team in the country, Mary Washington, leads Lynchburg 12-6. Lynchburg called a timeout following the Stahoviak goal that got us to 12. And still with 24:09 to go in the game. Lynchburg, plenty of time. Get a few stops and get some scores, and it's a whole different ball game. Julia Broughton will come out of the game. Not a goalie change. Saw the number 33, which has been Broughton, as she gets the save there on a point-blank shot from Sarazen. Broughton still in the goal. I saw 33. Still not used to not seeing Yarmy wearing that number. Foul will be called. Free position shot will be given. This will be a foul called on the free position shot. A free position chance. No shot was taken, but now Allie O'Leary starts the action back. This is Daniel at midfield. Looking for a place to go, finds Dumas. Dumas over to Lemaire. Danielle Hook had her defender fall down. That was Cole. This is now Dumas. Finds some slight space, but still had to give it to Sandler. Goes behind the goal, ducks behind an Eagle. And then Danielle Hook with the turnover. This is now Levin in transition. Trying to find a place to go. She finally finds Bossamer. This is over to Kennedy King, who can now bring the Eagle offense to work. To Haskins. Looked like Haskins was going to try and rip a shot, but pulled back and earned herself a free position opportunity. Haskins can get the Texas hat trick here. The whistle sounds. Here we go. A pass. Not ready was Broughton as Shorts was there on the perfect play draw up. Probably expected Haskins to take that herself, but finds Shorts for goal number 13 for Mary Washington. For Morgan Shorts, that's her third goal of the year. And Carly Hughes will step into the face-off circle for the first time as a Hornet, the freshman from East Newmarket, Maryland. Will take the face-off. Freshman against freshman against Kayla Sarrazin. That goes almost into the stick of Allie O'Leary, who's still slow to get up. And Lynchburg collects possession with Allie O'Leary on the turf. O'Leary will have to step off as Lindsey Barrington, the freshman, number 19, gets her first action. This is now Dumas. Barrington comes off. Lemaire comes in. This is now Lemaire to Sandler. And that pass off the mark for Trevison. Now Stahoviak in transition for the Eagles offense. This is over to Pullen. 3-on-3 opportunity. In the middle for Shorts, who gets the hat trick. Morgan Shorts, the junior, now the second Eagle with a hat trick. 20:23 to go in the game. For Morgan Shorts. Now her fourth goal of the season. Allie O'Leary still being looked at on the sideline with the athletic training staff. As Carly Hughes will almost get the face-off win, but not there, as Pullen and the Eagles back to work on offense. And Pullen's shot that she tried to bounce off the turf ends up going out of play. So now Lynchburg will go back to work, and Broughton will start us off. over the head of Hughes, right into the stick. Carly Levin, sorry, Maya Levin. This is now Claire Madden, the freshman for the Eagles. Over to Stahoviak. Under 20 minutes to go in half number 2. That was Pullen trying to get the pass to Madden, but it is scooped up by Cyburn. Severo trying to get that to Stahoviak, but Mason Witten there, and then Stahoviak able to pick it up. Lynchburg not being able to collect the turnover there. This is Severo. Pullen behind the goal at X. Takes this one GLE. Being worked on by Micah Slacum. And that's going to be picked up by Daniel. Another good stand by Lynchburg on the defensive side. Daniel now into the offensive third for the Hornets. Trying to find a teammate to get the ball to. This is over to Kelsey Trevison. Skips that one off the turf to Dumas. And there's going to be a foul and a free position chance awarded to Lynchburg. So be it Leah Dumas. Looking for goal number 1 on her season, if she can get one here. And Leah Dumas, goal 7 on the game for number 7. She puts Lynchburg down 7. As now the score runs to 14-7. 17:45 to go in the game. And we were told that there was going to be a media timeout, but not here. Daniel Hook back in the face-off circle as Allie O'Leary's now back into the game for the Hornets, as Haskins tried to take that one herself. Very close. But now a free position chance for her. She got the second half going with 2 goals, and now a good save point blank there by Julia Broughton, her 7th of the game. Dumas plays that one back to Lemaire. Gives it over to Madison Knight. Knight now into the offensive third. Over to Mason Witten. 60 seconds on the shot clock for the Hornets. This is Dumas. Over to Hughes. To Lemaire. Dumas runs in, has to play it to Trevison. Over Over to Witten. Under 25 to go in the shot clock, now under 20. This is Trevison getting worked on. And she will get a free position shot with 15 seconds to go in the shot clock. 16:15 left on the game clock. Everybody's prepared. The whistle's blown. Trevison runs in, and that's saved by Riley Miller. Miller, the sophomore from Severna Park, Maryland, collects her 6th save there. That's Cole over to Kennedy King, who collects it after it bounces off the turf here on Schellenberger Field. Anthony McAvoy with you here for this one. The Lynchburg women's lacrosse season opener against number 12 Mary Washington. They played last year as Lemaire going to be called for a foul here, but Lynchburg 17-7 loss. Right now 14-7 with Kennedy King about to take a free position chance as she's looking for the hat trick, and that's off the side iron. King, our top player of the first half, still looking for that elusive 3rd goal of the game. Here's King, and Slacum had gotten that one away, but Kennedy King awarded the free position chance. And King running in for the free position shot. That one, it went in as Kennedy King brings the score up to 15-7 in favor of Mary Washington. For 14:56 left in the game. Danielle Hook waiting in the face-off circle for the Hornets. And she will again meet Kayla Sarazin, who, as I've said, taken all but a few. Probably could count on one hand how many face-offs have been taken by other Eagles today. And this face-off again collected by Mary Washington. This is Cole. Getting that to Sarazin. Sarazin to King. And there's going to be a foul and a free position chance awarded to Mary Washington. This will be Kennedy King again. She's going. Tried. Looked like it was Aaron Gardner who had come behind. And Kennedy King will get to try the free position chance again. She gets in there immediately, bit down on by O'Leary and Gardner. But didn't matter to her. Kennedy King with goal number 4 in the game, 16-7. A change for the Hornets. Mason Witten comes in to collect face-offs. And she will be facing Kayla Sarazen. Timeout will be called by Lynchburg, 16-7. Mary Washington. We'll be right back here on LHSN.
Ha ha! Look what you're missing!
It really don't matter to me, I'm just happy to be here, I might go crazy.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place, with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Welcome back. The number 12 Mary Washington Eagles leading Lynchburg 16-7 with 14 minutes, 19 seconds to go in regulation. And Lynchburg's got to do something here. More stops on the defensive side and some quick scores definitely needed. And a face-off win here from Mason Witten would be really nice if you're a Hornet. She'll be against Rebecca Pullen. Not Kayla Sarazen, as has been usual. And Mary Washington gets the face off, and this is Haskins. Over to Sarazen. Gives it behind to Pullen. Pullen gonna go low on the shot. And Mary Washington continues possession. 60 seconds on the shot clock. This is down to Shorts, who had it blocked away by Micah Slacum. Fantastic job there by the sophomore from Cambridge, Maryland. And Mary Washington then immediately gets possession back. This is Haskins to Cyburn. Lanzaretta in the ball game now on the offensive side for Mary Washington. This is Pullen being closely guarded step by step by Leah Dumas. This is now Lanzaretta trying to fit that in the middle to Haskins, but broken up by Allie O'Leary and scooped up by Aaron Gardner. Gardner gives this one to Leah Dumas. 12.5 to go in the game. Lynchburg needs a goal here. Dumas going to shoot it herself. Bounce that one off the turf. And Danielle Hook picks the ball up. We're back in play. 60 seconds to go in the shot clock. This is over to Mason Witten. Flip back to Carly Hughes. And a little bit of a traffic jam there as Hughes and Witten just kind of ran into each other. This is Danielle Hook, who gives it over to Corinne Lemaire, to Trevison. Trevison going to make a move, gets herself into the middle, creates some space with the shot, and a good save by Riley Miller, I apologize. For Miller, that's her 7th save of the afternoon. Bosserman over to Lanzaretta. Under 11.5 to go here. Lynchburg, not much time, can't afford to give up another point. Tight defense needed at this stage. This is Madden. Hughes on her, and Madden gives a rocket and makes it 17-7. That's Madden's first goal of the season. And in fact, it's Madden's first goal as a Mary Washington Eagle. And because the score is now over 10 goals, the clock will continue to run by rule in women's lacrosse. So under 10.5 to go on a running clock. Mason Witten in the face-off circle again with Rebecca Pullen. Pullen, the sophomore from Manassas, Virginia, went to Colgan High School. And Hook trying to control this one. She does. This is Hook trying to find some space and leverage. Gives it over to Daniel. 9.5 minutes to go. This is Mason Witten. Back behind the goal to Trevison. Trevison still with the ball. This is Dumas. And a foul there. On Cole. Dumas starts possession again to Lemaire. Gives it back to Dumas. Under 9 minutes. And Dumas held up by Satterfield, a sophomore from Baltimore. And Dumas going to go at it again. Dumas finds the goal. Her second of the season, makes it 17-8. And now that allows the clock to stop. And for Lynchburg, that's a good thing. With time being everything in a 9-goal game, important face-off here for the Hornets. For Lynchburg, they need basically a goal a minute. 8.5 to go in the game, so you're going to need a face-off and a quick goal here. Witten and Sarazen. This face-off, it'll be close. And Sarazen comes up with it. Satterfield gives this one to Stahoviak, who's scored a goal in the second half. Stahoviak puts it back in play. And she'll get it back off the pass from Caroline Broderick. Says Sarrazin tried to make a move on Dumas, but Dumas not having any of it. Stahoviak to Pullen, who gives it over to Shorts. Under 40 seconds to go on the Eagles shot clock. Under 7.5 on the game clock. This is Stahoviak trying to get a pass into the middle to Severo, but Aaron Gardner comes up with the ball, and now Leah Dumas sprints past midfield. And a pass to Witten, right on goal line, extended to Danielle Hook, who puts that one in. Makes this game a little more interesting. 17-9 now. Just under the 7-minute mark. And perfect tic-tac-toe passing between Dumas, Witten, and Hook. Witten gets the assist to go with her goal. So for Danielle Hook, the first goal for the Hornets. The most recent goal for the Hornets, also an assist. So a 3-point game for the senior. Mason Witten against Sarrazin again. A face-off win. Big here for the Hornets. The whistle's blown. Face-off is up. And an infraction on Lynchburg. Mary Washington gets the ball. And Mary Washington's going to go a man up for 2 minutes. Gardner going to be able to come into the game with 4:47. If I heard the referee correctly from down on the field, she said Mary Washington will be a man up for the rest of the ball game as Mary Washington turns the ball over here. Six and a half minutes to go as Kelsey Trevison has the ball. Lynchburg down 8. Very important that they score here. This is Lemaire, who's going to be chased. Not being given any room by Natalie Critelli. And Lynchburg turns it over, but they get it back. O'Leary with the consistency picks it back up. Lynchburg under 6 minutes to go. This is Daniel. Daniel with the spin, gets it over to Sandler. Sandler looking for somewhere to go. Under 60 seconds on the Lynchburg shot clock. They turn it over. This is Blottenberger. Sorry, that's Bosserman. As she keeps going down. This is Steinberg, the freshman from Towson, Maryland. Gets that one over to Critelli with the pass. Now in front of the goal, Claire Madden saved off the stick of Broughton. This is Kennedy King. Some confusion here between coaches and referees. An inadvertent whistle called. Referee thought that 28 had come back onto the field. So an inadvertent whistle was blown by the referee. Coach Reed giving his mind to the referee, and now we're back to play with 4.5 to go. This is Haskins. Over to Critelli. Critelli gives it over to Steinberg. Steinberg trying to find somewhere to go. A flag raised by the referee. And a free position shot will be awarded to Aaron Steinberg. Steinberg, the freshman, will have to pull back as she gets this one to Critelli, who gives it to Kennedy King. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and it doesn't look like Mary Washington is going to get a shot off. So a shot clock violation for Mary Washington, and Lynchburg with under almost 3.5 to go. This is Allie O'Leary now. Over to Daniel, who gets it to Dumas, who loses the ball after getting checked. This is now Lemaire. Over to Trevison. Trevison with under 3 to go. Over to Dumas. Dumas trying to make a man miss. Has to dump it off to Mason Witten, who gives it to Danielle Hook. Looking for her 3rd goal of the game, but has to dump it to Trevison. Trevison, between 2 defenders, finds some space and finds the back of the net. She'd been looking for that shot all day, and Trevison able to spin out of trouble, find a crease, and then find the goal. 17-10. With 2:28 to go in the game. For Kelsey Trevison, the leading goal scorer last season. now with 2. She did score earlier. She scored goal number 3 for the Hornets. 17-10. 2:28 to go. Mason Witten. Kayla Sarazen in the face-off circle now. Witten wins the face-off. Lynchburg quickly now. On to the other end. This is over to Hook, who goes behind the goal. Now at GLE, she's going to turn, take a shot. And that looked like it could have gone off of a Mary Washington defender. For Stieg. And Danielle Hook awarded the green card. She will be out the rest of the ball game. Non-releasable there, so already down Aaron Gardner. Now Danielle Hook out for the rest of the game as there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Mary Washington started off a little slow, and then after Lynchburg scored 2 straight, went on to score 6 straight of their own before going to halftime up 9-5, and then coming out in the second half on a tear. 2 goals in 12 seconds for Paige Haskins. And then just keeping on constant pressure. Claire Madden getting goal number 17, and then there's Paige Haskins for goal number 18. The Texas hat trick for the senior out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. She came in with 7. She's going to leave with 11 goals in 2 games. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go in the ball game. Fantastic start to her season as that might end her day. 18-10. The score here as Lynchburg started off fast, as I said, and then just not able to weather the storm with a flurry of Mary Washington goals in the first half. Proves to be too much, and then the fury in the second half of Mary Washington as Claire Madden was going to try to dip into the pot again, but Lynchburg comes up with possession. Under a minute to go, 45 seconds in the game. This is Madison Knight taking it all the way herself. Over to Dumas. No shot clock for this possession. A free position chance will be given, and Delaney Blottenberger will have her day ended 28 seconds early as she is given the yellow card. That'll give a free position opportunity to Leah Dumas. Dumas steps out, gives it to Hughes, who gives it to Lemaire. Under 25 to go in the ball game. This is Dumas, who's going to go around the goal. And another free position opportunity. 8 seconds left in the ball game. And that's going to be turned over into the stick of Riley Miller. Mary Washington comes into Lynchburg and spoils the season opening as number 12, Mary Washington, will defeat Lynchburg 18-10. Our player of the game will be number 7, senior Paige Haskins. For Mary Washington, 7 goals in that loss to Washington and Lee, 4 goals in the win here today. Fantastic day outside in Lynchburg, but Lynchburg not able to pick up the win here. There's a basketball game going inside Turner Gymnasium at the moment. If you're a fan of Lynchburg sports, feel free to switch over to ESPN3 as women's basketball is taking on Randolph-Macon. Out here, the final score was 18-10, Mary Washington. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. From all of us here at LHSN, I'm Anthony McAvoy, wishing all of you a great day, and God bless.